What's up, Atumbo? It's Captain Atumbo here, and today I'm going to tell you how you can start your own gaming channel in 2023, and you're pretty much going to need a few simple things, and this will also help you to continue your gaming channel going forward. Now, the first thing that you're definitely going to be needing is you're going to need internet connection, obviously, so you can upload your videos, and you're going to need yourself a gaming console. I highly recommend getting a PlayStation 4. Whichever one you can get your hands on, whether it's a PlayStation 4 Slim, a PlayStation 4 Pro, or a PlayStation 4, the original one. That's the one I have, the one with the line in it that takes as much current and electricity as both of my refrigerators. So yes, that's the one that I have. You don't necessarily have to get that one. You also need a thumb drive, or what you would call a USB stick, a jump drive, whichever way you want to call it, flash drive. You're gonna need some sort of editing device, whether that be a tablet or a laptop. You're definitely going to be needing one of these, and of course you're also going to be needing a lot of time. How much time? It depends on how much time you need to do the things that you need to do, that being plan the video, record the video, and then edit the video, upload the video, and optimize said video. So firstly, what you want to do is obviously you want to have your console. Now, a lot of persons are confused as to what they want to do in terms of the games that they want to play. Now, here's a few options that you have. Firstly, it depends on the budget that you have. If you're like me, I did not come up from a wealthy family, so I don't have a lot of money. And I do have a day job, but I still don't have a lot of money. Okay, something seems to be wrong here. But anyways, so what you want to do is you want to prioritize, should you buy games to try to make this money back, or should you get free games? Definitely recommend getting free games. If you are going to make an investment, I would invest in PlayStation Plus, and then you can play whatever free games you get for each month. PlayStation Plus is around $12 or $15 depending on where you are, and this should be an easy way for you to get at least 3 free games. These 3 free games you can use to play throughout the month, and then you can make as much content as you possibly can. There's also free games on the PlayStation Store. For example, there's Fortnite, there's also Warzone, and Multiverses. There's so many free games that you can play that are actually popular right now, and you can break into that space and get yourself your own audience in those games. Reason why I recommend getting free games is the cost to entry is very minimal. You only need the console and a way to edit and upload your videos to YouTube, and that's pretty much it. All the other costs would be your overhead that you'd have to pay eventually, like your utilities. Now, once you've actually got this game, you start playing this game, you have to plan ahead before you make the videos. If you want your videos to be funny and entertaining, then while shooting these videos, you need to be funny and entertaining. I try my best to do a good job at this, but I'm not the funniest person, nor am I the most entertaining, so the videos kind of come off as a mix of being dry and plain, informative, and sometimes a little bit of funny humor in between. So just try to be yourself, try to be as original as you possibly can. I try my best to do that too in my videos, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So yeah. Now, once you've actually done that and you've actually done the actual video, then you need to get that video from the device. So most PlayStations come built in where you can clip anywhere between 15 minutes to 30 minutes off each video. So from the point of pressing the share button once, back 15 minutes to 30 minutes or an hour, that clip would be recorded. So I'd recommend doing the 30 minutes if you're doing shorter games, like for example Fortnite or Warzone, where the matches aren't as long. You can do 30 minutes. If not, and you're doing like long game plays, then you definitely want to set that to an hour. You can do that in your PlayStation settings. I won't be showing you how to do that here, but you'll figure it out. There's a ton of videos on it on YouTube. Once you've done that, then you would have to press the square button to save your video, and then you'd go into the library, find your file, and this is where your thumb drive comes in. You want to plug your thumb drive in your PlayStation, and then you want to copy the video to that thumb drive. Now, once you've copied that video to your thumb drive, then you will actually have that video on that thumb drive to then put to your editing device, that being your tablet or your laptop. See, all the tools are coming in now. Yes. Now, once you've got that off, if you plan on doing any voiceover, you need to find like maybe the lobby or somewhere in the game that there's not a lot of noise and you can actually do the recordings. Now, Here's the trick that I use. Because of the way data works, it depends on how many textures are being drawn on the screen, and that depends on how large these files are. So if you go into, like, say the lobby, and then you enter into, like, for example, the menu to customize something, and it's just a static image. Most menus, like for example in Call of Duty and Fortnite, it's just like a color and then the text. These menus actually take up a lot less space, so if you're doing voiceovers, you can do them here if you don't have all the professional equipment to do your recordings with a microphone and an amplifier and all the other stuff. For example, I'm currently recording this in Fortnite's lobby while I'm actually in the settings tab, so that way you can actually see it, and it won't draw as much textures, so the video won't take up that much space. Then you can copy this back onto your thumb drive, and then you can plug this into your editing device. Now this one is very important now, because now you're on your editing device, but you need an editor. So which editor do you choose? Now the options for editors are practically limitless, but I would recommend getting either a mainstream free editor or a mainstream cheap editor. That being, most persons use some form of Adobe editor. I specifically use Filmora. I've been using Filmora ever since its early days when it was just called Wondershare, and it hasn't let me down. So this is the one that I recommend. Plus you can always just create projects and you can re-import them, and you can get the assets and move it to different projects and different machines, and then you can pick it back up. I'm not sure if other editors do this, but I know that Filmora does this wonderfully, so that's why I use Filmora. Also, you can even create profiles and save them, and then you can just reopen back these projects whenever you're ready and just make quick swaps to stuff, and then you can make editing a lot faster and a lot smoother. But that's an advanced technique that I'll teach you on another day. Now you have to edit your video. Now a lot of persons think that editing is adding a bunch of fancy tricks and memes and stuff to it, and while that is a part of editing, they all have to serve a purpose. If you as a creator isn't as entertaining and you're gonna use memes and stuff, it is very dependent on the video. For example, if you play Fortnite or Warzone videos, most of the content is timed to that specific season, and you want to make sure that the videos hit during that season, as most persons won't be interested in watching a video from a previous season. So then you can use memes and other stuff that are current to that season to make your points and to also make the video a bit more entertaining. Once you've actually gotten through this process and you figure it out, oh right, I didn't tell you how to use the editor. Well, that's something you have to search up on YouTube as well. So once you've searched that up on YouTube, you figure out how to use this editor. The main thing you want to know how to do is, one, pull the video into the scene, make cuts, make edits, add other things into the scene, and figure out how to stack layers on top of other layers to block things and reduce things. Over time, you can always fidget around the editor with other settings to see what it is, and most editors have the quick undo button, which is Control and Z, and that will undo whatever you previously did. So if you made a mistake, you can always just click that and undo it. Now once you've gotten your video edited, now you've rendered your video, the next thing that you need to do is you need to figure out your title and your thumbnail. Both of these go hand in hand, as your title can't be something like the best snipe in the world while your thumbnail has an SMG. That's not a sniper. So once you figured out the title, you can brainstorm these. Also, you can use vidIQ's tool. I definitely recommend using this if you're a smaller content creator that struggles to make titles, and you can use this tool to actually get a title for your video. It's an AI generated title, and this AI generated title actually is really good, so definitely recommend that to make your titles. Now once you've actually made your title, then you can start working on your thumbnail, and this is probably the most important part of creating any form of content, as the thumbnail is the first thing that persons are going to see. This is your application form, this is your resume, this is your audition, this is your orientation. So you need to create a thumbnail that is going to grab persons. So what I definitely recommend is using a free thumbnail or image editor. I use GIMP. GIMP is free, it's easy, and it works on pretty much every single device that has ever existed, and it doesn't take up a lot of space. So you can use it even on your old Celeron laptops and other devices. So once you have your thumbnail idea, you need to first brainstorm it. I definitely recommend do some research, go around on YouTube, find other persons that have covered this topic, look at their thumbnails and see what they did, see the ones that you like and the ones that caught your attention, and then you try to make a thumbnail not in the exact same style or a similar style, but try to capture the elements and the essence from those thumbnails. If they have someone looking really funny on it and your video is pretty much the same thing, then you can probably make yourself look really funny on it. Again, you're not trying to plagiarize their work, you're just taking inspiration from their work that has been proven to work in order to make your work works. Now that you got your thumbnail created and you've added that to your video, you've done your title, then you need to add tags and description and a bunch of other stuff. If you did an entertaining video or you have links to other stuff, then you can add those in your description. But please make sure that your description at the first couple lines tells you something about the video. This can be things that you couldn't add in the title, like for example, the world's greatest snipe. You could say, this is a video of how I pulled off the world's greatest snipe from 6,000 meters in Call of Duty Black Ops 2. An insane snipe, blah, 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 blah. You get the point. These are things that you can't add in the title because honestly, who's going to read a title like that? Plus, most times persons are on mobile devices or their desktop. They're only going to see the title and the thumbnail. And you only have a split second to get their attention for them to actually click on it to go and watch your video. So that's what you need to do, and once you've done that, then you want to put this video out and click publish. Now once you've clicked publish, this part is a bit important. Depending on the type of audience you want to grow will determine whether you promote this video to other persons or if you try to let this video grow organically. I personally recommend you trying to let this video grow organically, as you will get feedback from persons outside of your circle that will let you know what your video is about, how it is, how it affects them, and do they like it or not. Sharing this videos to persons that you know, these persons most likely won't give you a 100% honest opinion on it, and if they do, they probably can tell you in a way that you will understand where you went wrong and where you can improve, which is very important. The aim is to keep improving every single time you make a new video, as keeping on the same level will only stagnate your channel, and once your channel hits its peak, your channel won't move forward. I, for example, use a multiple of methods in my channel in order to keep my channel growing. That way my channel doesn't stagnate on me. So I can do news, reviews, I do gameplay, and also now and again I do gifting. I give stuff away to my subscribers, which if you want stuff, you can always subscribe to this channel and you can follow the steps that I add in my descriptions of most of my videos. So those are things that I use to help to grow my channel as well. At the end of the day, I do want the channel to grow, so I try stuff to do it organically, and then I also do things that help to promote the channel that persons would actually want. Now once you've actually got the video out there and the video start getting views, then you can start reading the comments if anyone leaves any comment, and also if persons are liking the video and where they're watching from. Now by doing this, you can also know what you should do. If no one is leaving a comment, then you know for the next video you definitely want to have persons try to interact. So you can say, if you thought that snipe was crazy, leave a comment down below and let me know if you hit a snipe that looks a lot more crazy than my snipe. Things like those that'll actually get persons to actually interact in the comment section below, because as a smaller creator you have the opportunity to reply to every person that replies to you and your comments, because you're not actually on that stage where you have hundreds of thousands of persons replying in seconds, so you can't actually keep up. So doing this, repeating these actions and keep these in mind will actually help to grow your YouTube channel. There are tons of other tips that you can check out on YouTube in order to get there, and I'll probably do separate videos on specific things that will help you to make a better video in turn making a better channel. A lot of these methods I've implemented in specific videos that I really want to perform well, and they do, and sometimes I don't perform these tips. Again, YouTube is a lot of work, and it depends on where you are physically and mentally. That will determine how your content is produced. So if you're not in a good physical or mental state, it's going to show in your content, and it definitely shows in mine. My body has the reliability of an ATM machine in a busy city, so you know, sometimes it's up and other times it's really down. So that's pretty much it. And if you are a new YouTuber and you do gaming content, please leave a comment down below and let me know what type of content you do, and if you'd want me to do a video specifically covering those specific kind of games and what you could do as content for those specific kind of games. I'll be replying to every single person that comments on this video, as long as YouTube shows me the comments. Please do not type anything inappropriate or use curse words, or YouTube's gonna block it and then I'm never gonna see your comments. So for those persons who keep saying that I delete your comments, I did not. The YouTube system just kind of did that itself. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, doing this is probably one of the best ways that I see that you can do it, because it's not going to cost you a lot. All you need is just a console and a few other stuff, and once you start getting your content out there, then you just pretty much have to remain consistent and keep putting stuff out there. And that part is very important, because consistency is key. If I watch a really great video by a really great YouTuber and that person has like 100 subscribers and that's their only video, I might subscribe, and then that person never posts again. I'm gonna forget about them. But if this person has like 50 subscribers and they post a video today and then they post another one tomorrow, or maybe even next week and the week after that, and I can realize that this person consistently posts this type of content, I'm definitely gonna subscribe. So keep that in mind while you're making your content, your channel. And also, you need to find ways to end your videos. Make nice outros, not like me. I'm terrible at making outros. As you can see, this video ended like 15 times, but I keep starting it over. But I guess this is where this video ends. So definitely spend the time, do the research, get your video out there. This will help your channel tremendously going into 2023, and I'll tell you about the different seasons in another video and how you can use those to your advantage. Captain Atumbo, stay one by Atumbo, and take care.